Hey there, welcome back. This is Edna White, and we're so glad you're here. And my co-host for this month is Aretha Taylor. So our subject today we're going to be talking about is navigating adult friendships, making and keeping friends in a busy world. And I'm going to let her take it off first because I know I picked it, and I know she was just bothering me now. Why did you pick the subject? Let me tell you, it's a thing. It's a thing. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you start because you asked me, but I got some stuff that
Yes.
I know I can
Okay.
discuss
All
because
right.
legit.
Okay. So for me, most of the friends that I've had in my
Yeah.
life are from
Uh-huh.
my job, right? Friends from my jobs that I've worked.
Okay. Okay.
I probably had one or two friends I've had from school.
Right.
The majority from my workplace.
Okay.
However, for me, it wasn't about busy for me, but it was about when I started growing.
Oh, see, I thought you are you picking on me, and it's you.
When I started to grow emotionally, spiritually, mentally,
Yeah.
intellectually, and
Yeah.
the business began to grow, doors
Yeah.
began to open,
Mm-hmm.
friendships changed
Yeah.
because not because I wanted to, because it was a need for the change.
Yeah.
And so one by one,
Mm-hmm.
I started losing friends.
So there was a need for the change. What do you mean by that? It was a need for it.
Jealousy came in.
Ah, was so there wasn't a need. It was just that they were jealous, and you had to make a decision to walk away.
Yes. But
Okay.
for me, it was a need.
Yeah, no, I understand. I
You
understand. I
know
want
what
to
I'm
make it
saying?
clear.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know. I understand you.
So,
I understand you. I
right.
really do
Right.
understand you, but I want to
Right.
make it clear.
Either jealousy came in or because you outgrow the friends,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Hmm.
And so there's nothing in common any
Right.
longer, right? The conversations are limited,
Yeah.
and I don't like to be limited. I don't like
Right. Right.
limitations placed on me.
Right.
Okay, so now because I began to grow and things began to happen, doors began
Yeah.
to open, right?
Hmm.
So now I have to navigate my friends
Yeah.
and through the friendships.
Right.
And I'm very loyal,
Right.
very loyal. I'm a
Yeah.
loyal person
Me
to my
too.
friends
Yeah.
and to my family.
Hmm.
And loyalty for me also is, for me, period, is support,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Support you.
Absolutely.
I encourage you. I love on you
Yeah.
the best way that I
Yeah.
can, checking on you,
Hmm.
check for you,
Yeah.
right? So now I
You don't
have
get
to
it.
prioritize that.
Yeah. You don't get it back, then you
When
kind of
I
like, yeah.
don't get it back.
Yeah. Hmm.
The majority of the times, I don't get it back.
Yeah.
And
I
then you
hear you.
find yourself feeling lonely,
Yeah, absolutely.
right?
I know that for sure.
In
That's a
the
complete
friendship, in the
complete
relationship,
system. Yeah.
right? Or in your
Hmm.
circle, because you're the one who's always checking on the
Absolutely.
individuals
Absolutely.
throughout your schedules. You still make time now. Technology has changed, but we don't have to pick up the phone anymore.
No,
You send a
no,
quick text.
no.
Hey, sis. Hey, so and so. How are you? Haven't heard from you in a while. Is everything okay? How are you doing? This is me. This is what I do, but I don't get it back.
So
Um,
let me ask you a question. So you brought up jealousy.
yes.
So if a friend who you had
Mm,
over a number of years now all of a sudden
mm,
becomes
mm.
jealous,
Yes.
were they really truly your friends? When you
Exactly.
started moving up in a level, maybe you were friendly with them. And that's what I kind of assessed for my own
Yeah.
relationships.
Mhm.
I kind of assessed, and I would sit back, and it's always so good to sometimes to not go so full strong running into things and just
Right.
sit back and sometimes, okay, let me assess the situation.
Right.
And when I started doing that with in just beginning relationships, I start to see and become aware. That's what it's become aware that this is not this normal, but it's just not a right placement for friendship. So
Mm,
I think I better fall back a little bit and not do that. But when they become jealous,
mm.
they almost want you to be where they are and I don't know where they are. I have no idea. And I personally am not thinking like that. I accept people where they are. And so that doesn't mean that you stay that way, but who they are, that's what I accept them as. And I think people flip it around and say, I accept you where you are. So as long as you're here with me like this,
Mhm.
then we're friends. But
Mhm.
don't you step up one level, because if you do, oh, you trying to be better than me? And that's what
Yes.
you hear. You try to act different. You try to act better than me.
Right.
You hear those words.
Right.
So I don't think they were our friends, and I don't think we assessed it just like we assess romantic relationships. Sit down every 5 years and talk about it. I think the same thing applies.
So if you're in a relationship with someone, if you're friends with someone like
Mhm.
15, 20 years,
Yeah,
that was your dog.
yeah, I
You know,
know,
say
I
it,
know.
that was your road dog. You had their
Yeah.
back. You had their back. They had your back. Like everything that went down in your life, you'd be on the phone with
Yes,
them. You're
yes,
there for them, and vice versa,
yes,
right?
right.
So you think and you believe in your heart, this is my friend. This
Yeah,
is my dog. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
I've been there. Then when things begin to happen, the
Yeah,
same person you thought or you went
yeah,
through all these stuff with, you hear them talking about you,
yeah,
not knowing, them not knowing it's coming back to you.
yeah.
You ain't changed though. Your love is still there, right?
It's been like, just constant. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So now you're thinking, like you just said, was she really my friend? But they're your friends when you
right,
ain't, well, they feel like you ain't going nowhere. You and them on the
right,
same level now,
right,
right? Right.
right.
But as soon as you start moving up,
Yeah. But here,
whoa,
I'm a trick you with this one. Here's
yeah,
one what I think that
yeah, yeah.
happens. So I have a friend that I've known 30 years. I have two
Mhm.
friends that kind of had to fall back from
Yeah.
because of the same thing. But I think it's not that I am growing, it's that they're inadequate.
Mhm. Mhm.
They're falling short of the friendship, not me.
Not
I'm
you.
doing what friendships grow.
Right. Right.
They weren't willing to grow.
No.
So I had a situation. I was in a whole nother country with my friend to find out, and I never. I've seen this part of her, but I didn't see if you know what that means. So I ignored it because she was, that she was just who she was. I ignored it. But then when she got around her people, she treated me like I was an indentured servant and screamed at me. I'm like, wait, what? And all
Mm.
of a sudden, I felt my hands. I was like, oh, I'm going to go in the other room because Edna's about to show up. I know her. She's about to show up. And you're not going to like what's going to come out her mouth. And you're definitely not going to like what happens to you. So I'm
Right.
going to take it in another room. So after a while, I'm like
Mhm.
this. You're probably the same way. I'm this way. So I was like, no, this is going to upset me. So I say this all the time. Anger to me
Mhm.
is cancer.
Mhm.
So I'm not if I'm sitting here holding this in here. First of all, it's here. Then it goes to here,
Right.
and then I can't say it because I'm holding it in. Then it just drops on down. So it could be anywhere in my body, but I'm not gonna let anger is cancer to me.
Mhm.
So that's how I'm not holding it in. So
Mhm.
after a while, I went out. They were together. I went out, came back in. I was a little saucy, but
Mhm.
I still didn't bring the situation up. I was just talking. Then I went to bed. But before I went to bed, she again did the same thing. Like I wasn't worthy to be like talking to her and her cousin. And I'm like, wait, what? And she's questioning everything I said because I was tipsy. And I was like, just because I'm tipsy, I'm ignorant? I don't get it. I was like, what? So I said,
Right.
I'm gonna go to the room because you acting real stupid right now. Because I went
Mhm.
inside the room, went to sleep, got up the next morning. I couldn't let it rest. I couldn't let it rest. I said, me and you going to walk on the beach. 6 a.m. Let's go. Go on the beach. And I said, I've heard you say things to me before. I
Mhm.
let it go. But this is a different girl right now. This is a whole woman. I'm at a different stage in my life. And I said, what I think you can't handle is that I am somebody.
Hmm.
And you didn't do nothing with your life, and you're mad at me because you didn't do nothing with your life,
Absolutely.
right? You didn't do nothing with your life, but I don't. Your That's your journey. I think what you do with your life is amazing, but you don't want to take the extra steps. You have had opportunities that I never even like. You had great opportunities, but you did it for a little while. I don't want to do that anymore. So that's up to you, you know. But you're mad because I'm somebody, and your cousin knows I'm somebody. And how did you even get to that position?
Yeah.
What? So, other words, you don't know me, but you're mad at me because I'm somebody when you could be somebody. You're not
Yeah.
happy where you are.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm gonna tell you something. Well, you won't do that again to me. You won't disrespect me because I go out my way and be respectful. But please don't let Edna show up, because when Edna shows up, I'm gonna rip your soul from your
Whoa.
Okay, I really am. I have my mouth is just that, not cursing or anything, but I
Yeah.
will rip you. I will have you crying. Okay,
Yeah.
so I won't do that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, said this. I said, I've been a good friend this whole time, and I see the division. You get a certain friends to go with you some places, and knowing I wanted to go, but never asked me, then come back and tell me you went, and I'm like, what? And you knew I wanted to go, but oh, you with those particular friends, so you didn't want to take me. Got it. So I see that. So there is a problem there somewhere, that you think that I'm limited to whatever. So you don't have any faith in me at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this relationship in your hands to fix, because I'm good. Because I can't I know your love language, because all of us have different languages, and I
Mhm.
know you like to be your love language is just being with somebody. You like that, because we're partners. You like that, but see, I don't have to be with you to be loyal and friendly with you. I don't,
Mhm.
you know, just reciprocate to me what I reciprocate to you.
Right.
So if I'm texting you, say, hey, check on me, or you ain't been to my house in 4 years. I lived here for 4 years. You ain't been in my house. I've been in your house since it was built.
Mhm.
The same road goes the same way, goes
Right.
different. Same road is the same way, same pathway to your house, same
Mhm.
pathway to mine. I don't get it.
Mhm.
So I think they don't grow.
Mhm.
They see you growing.
Right.
They're mad at
Right.
themselves, and they
Right.
take it out on you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When I sense jealousy from anyone, I pull away because
Hmm.
when a person is jealous of you,
Yeah.
they are capable of doing anything to
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been down that road more than once where
Hmm.
I thought someone was a friend of mine and they tried to sabotage me,
Yep.
tried to make me lose my job.
Yep.
And it was a painful thing.
Yeah.
And so once I sense jealousy, I tend to pull away. I tend to now limit my conversations and what I share with you. I'm not sharing certain things with you anymore. And now you're picking up on it. I'm going through that right now with a very, very close friend of mine.
Hmm.
I've known her since 93, 92 or 93, right?
Right. Right. Right.
We met at a job that I was at, and very close. But I knew I've been picking up on something over maybe about 3 or 4 years now.
Right. Okay.
So last year when I was in Florida and I visited with this friend, I saw it. It was blatant. And even someone else that was there said she saw it. And I heard a voice say to me, now what are you going to do? So I said, all right, I tend to back up. I pulled away and I'm still pulling away little by
Right.
little. We still have conversations. I
Right.
still so much love her. However, because I know what jealousy does and I
Hmm.
know that you're jealous, so therefore I will keep my distance and I will not share a lot of my personal
Yeah.
life and my business with you. You may see it, you may hear it from someone else
Right.
as far as my business, my the company, in terms of my professionalism, but I'm not going to
Hmm.
share certain things with you. And I don't have a lot of friends, Edna.
Yeah.
I'm in Jamaica right now,
Okay.
as you know, and I don't have friends here. I'm a
Yeah.
loner. I've been a loner for years, for years. I've tried making friends throughout um, my life, even being in Jamaica. I tried making friends. I tried staying in touch with people, but for whatever reason, they don't want to.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with not me, but them, because of their own insecurities, because
Yeah.
of their lack of faith, their
Yeah.
lack of believing.
Of their maturity too. I think it's the maturity.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, because
I
they're
think
not
it's the
growing.
total immaturity that they're, some people grow up. They, they, they grow up, but they
Right.
don't grow up.
They don't grow up. And I can't stay in that place with you. I refuse.
Yes, we
I want
can't
to
stay in
grow.
kindergarten any
I'm
longer where
developing
we
every
met.
day. I want to develop and I want to work on developing me. So
Yeah,
if you are not willing to work, because it takes work, right? It takes work.
yeah.
It takes
Friendships
work
take
work
work.
on you. But
Yeah,
if you're not willing to put that out there, you're not willing to invest in yourself to help
yeah,
yourself grow. I'm not going to stay
yeah.
in that place with you. So,
Absolutely.
um,
That is so very true, sis. I'm telling you because you said it right. You said it right. You just said a whole mouthful because it is their immaturity.
mhm,
Um, where you met me is where they keep you. So,
it's where they
you
keep
know, if they met you 5 years ago, I had a friend who had met me 5 years ago who I didn't know much about, the arena that we're in. And when I started to navigate that arena with excellence, then you see the little jealousies creep in. And like you said, little manipulative tactics to make you look bad.
you. Yep.
And you're like, wait, what? So that is like, and we of trauma, we survivors who are now thrivers coming out of trauma, we know the tell, we know the signs. You may not know, right? And I noticed it and I'm like, wait, what? So I had to cancel that. I'm another one. I will sit down and I'll say, we can't continue this. I can't.
Mhm.
I I'm not pretending we're friends. This is what you did to me. A, B, C. I'm not going to explain it any further. I'm not comfortable with it. If you can't understand where I'm coming from, as my friend, you were never there with me. What
Yeah.
you think is I'm that person that you met 5, 6, 7 years ago, and now that I'm navigating the arena you helped me get into, which I'm thankful you did, but now that I'm here and I'm holding my own, now you're gonna go around and you're gonna tell everybody, well, her
Mhm.
her her family ain't this, and what are you saying all that for? Has nothing to do with the arena we're in. They want
Mhm.
to know. They can ask me because guess what? I'm an open book, so I'll tell them. I ain't got no problem with telling them my own business. But what are
Mhm.
you doing? Test the lying on somebody else.
Mhm. Test the line.
Okay, so they get it. It gets like that, and it's the emotional intelligence that they are not
Mhm.
there. They're not there.
Mhm.
I've met women who have PhDs,
Hmm.
all these letters behind their names, and they
All the
still,
letters.
still misbehave.
Yes. Yes.
Still misbehave.
Ain't that something?
It's hard, friendship, it's a thing, it's a real thing. And I'm going to talk about our connection over
Mhm.
Zoom. What did we let meet 2 years ago?
Yeah.
About 2 years
We met
ago.
through LinkedIn. You
Yeah.
commented on a
Yes, and we
post.
started conversing. You
Mhm.
had a similar life as me, and we were like, I did that too. We were going back and forth and say, wow. And then finally, I had you, on Zoom, and it was just like it was. We knew each other like kindred spirits, and that's what I think. That's what God is assigning us to. Sometimes we keep our friends because they were from the cradle.
Right.
And kindergarten, high school. We keep them because we're taught longevity. We're taught you're not a friend if it's long term. That's the reality that you kind of made up. But when you're going, it's just like marriage. When you're going this way and they're going that way, is it a marriage?
Right.
If you as friends going two different ways, is it a marriage?
Right.
I mean, is it a friendship?
Right.
Probably not.
And
It's
then that's where most of us mess up at,
yeah,
because we want to stay in that relationship because of longevity. I've known
yeah,
this person for so many years. We've gone through
yep,
so much together. So how am I going to cut off the friendship? She's been a friend to me, blah, blah, blah,
yep,
blah. But that's where we get into trouble, because all the signals are there now for you to
yes.
pull back, for you to pull away.
They're all
When it
there.
comes to that, I do not hesitate. I was once told, girl, you are cold. I said, nah, because I've been there. I've been there not
Yeah,
once, but
yeah.
twice. And I know what that feels like.
Uh-huh.
I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
I thought a friend of mine, right? This friend of mine, uh,
Hmm.
a few years ago, she made a comment to another friend, in terms of me starting up an organization. Who do I think I am? I have no
Yep.
used to
Heard that before.
I have a college degree. I didn't graduate high school and yada yada yada. Her not that person came back to me with tears in her eyes, because she knew what I've gone through. What I went
Right.
through in my life, this person knew. And she was so hurt from that comment.
Yeah.
And I was like, she actually said that. She said,
Hmm.
Aretha. I said, okay. I didn't treat her any differently. I still loved on her,
Yeah.
respected
Absolutely.
her home
Yeah,
and her
absolutely. You, your
family,
authentic
but
self.
I pulled away from her
Yeah.
slowly.
Right.
And then I saw why I needed to pull away from her as well, because there are some people
Hmm.
who they stifle you
Oh yeah.
in terms of emotionally, intelligently,
Yeah.
because it goes back to growing. She has not grown. And every
Yeah.
time I sit with her and talk with her, she want to
Hmm.
reminisce
Yeah.
about things that happened 15 years ago
Yeah.
when
They
we were
because of that. Yes.
like when we were
Back
dating
there.
and I'm like,
Yep.
well, why, what does that have to do with who I am today? What does that have to do with what I am doing?
Right.
What relevance is that? Why are you bringing these things up? I don't want to talk about these things. I don't know where these people are. I don't care where they
Right.
are. What does that have to do with me? What does
That's
that have to
right.
do with who I am? Can we not
Hmm.
talk about this? But then I noticed she hasn't grown. She hasn't moved from that
Yeah.
place. And she wants to keep me there. And I
Hmm.
refuse to be there. So, Edna, I don't know if you noticed, but I've not been on Facebook.
Yeah, I noticed that. I
Okay.
noticed.
I've not been on Facebook because I had a sit down with God.
Uh-huh.
And I heard him say to me, look at the people that you are currently associating with on Facebook. They're either your family
Hmm.
or they are your coworkers.
Right.
They see you as who they think you used to be.
Right.
They don't
Right.
see you as who you are now.
Right.
You're getting no support from
Nope. And it's
them.
gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you.
You're feeding people who do not want to be fed. So I was like,
Those swine, those pearls and
whoa,
those swine, huh?
that's exactly what I heard. You're casting your pearls, girl. Fine. I was like, okay. So I am no longer on
Yeah.
Facebook. I only do
Yeah.
LinkedIn now.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'll be going back to Facebook, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely right now, no.
Right.
So I'm in
Yeah.
LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a whole nother,
It's all about business. It's all about
all about
business, sis.
encouragement, all
Yeah.
about supporting, all
Yeah.
about inspiring.
Yeah.
And so, yes, do not cast your pearls before swines.
Yeah. That's it. But you know what? I've done that too. I've done that for a period of time. I
Yeah.
will tell you, when I stopped talking to that particular friend, and they were
Mhm.
going around telling everybody different things, and got back to me that this was happening. I was like, you know what? I must be somebody important for somebody to be talking about like that. And that just pushed me. See, I am, they call it not hard headed, but I am bullheaded.
You're bold.
Hard-headed and bullheaded, two different things. Okay, they call me bullheaded because I have the tenacity of a bull. Okay, I will. Oh, you say I can't?
Oh, I'm gonna show you I can.
I say I can, and I'm going to push it to
Yeah,
the limit. And guess what? I'm not even going to show you anything, but I'm going to show you what God has got in me that is going to show you up. Yes, I will.
there you go.
And I had gotten to that place that and me, I got the interns. I was like, I'm not gonna be bothered. But I don't even worry about them no, because everything I do now is business. If it's not, you're not connected with me, and people get upset with me. They'll say, I've been told that I don't support other people that are not like me. I said, that's the untruth. That's untrue. You mean I don't support you? Because I'm honest when I've said to people, no, I can't give because I gave to this particular thing, or I have such and things going on, and I'm honest. And when you tell them that, they be like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
They Some people don't want to accept that,
Mm-hmm.
and they see you in a different way, but they forget about times before when I was helping,
You
and I never said nothing about it.
right.
People keep, like you said, they're in a time capsule. Some people are in a time capsule.
Mm-hmm.
When you're extraordinary, you can't hold on. It's like a rocket going in outer space.
Right.
Start with all these pieces on you, right? The footing is on the capsule when it goes up, but as it reaches velocity, it gets hotter and hotter. Those things fall down and disintegrate.
Right.
Same thing with friendship.
Yeah.
We think friendship is supposed to be linear, and it's
Right.
not. Friendship is that way. It's that way. It's all that way. It's never this way.
No,
It's never that. And we can't expect people, and that's what I think I stopped doing, expecting people to be like us.
like me. Right.
I stopped doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, one of my good friends said, I brought her to my church, introduced her into the ministry.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it was time for me to leave the ministry, and she came over my house, and because she heard all this stuff, she came to my house. And so she took me on a long ride, like I was, the mob or something. I got scared. I was like, I'm going on a ride. So, and literally, she started browbeating me with the Bible and this and that. Then finally, I said, you know what? It's my journey. I will not be beat up for anybody at all, because I don't know what God called me out of it. He just called me out of it. I can't explain no more than that. And I try to get back into it. God called me out. There's something else I have to do. So it has nothing personally with you. And if I put you in the wrong direction, I apologize. Or she's going, no, but I want to know. And this is what she said to me. That culminated it all. How come you didn't tell me? I was like, tell you about my walk with God
Mm-hmm.
is different than yours.
Mm-hmm.
My agenda may even be different than yours.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't, you know, tell you how to move forward in your own journey.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people want you to give them the directions you have.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not their directions, they're your directions.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not going to this. And again, the roads are not the same. They're just not. We get where we're going, different roads, different situations, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to honor that. As friends, we have to honor our differences. I mean, truly honor, because I don't think we do. I don't think we honor each other. Like, it's a privilege to be in your presence. I don't think we honor that.
Most
I don't
of
think
us,
we
we
do.
don't. We really don't.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I don't
We
think
don't.
we do. I don't think we do. It's important to honor each other, you know,
Absolutely.
and be reciprocal. So, we shared some stories with you guys. Give us some tips, Aretha. What from your experience of maintaining a friendship that they can kind of take away as well.
Be
Deep breath.
transparent. It's
Yeah.
another thing is to be transparent.
Mm.
Who you are,
Yes.
about even the friendship, the relationship itself, how the person make you feel, because sometimes people offend
Yes.
you and you don't even
Yes.
realize that. I'm quite sure I've offended people and I don't know,
Yeah.
right? But
That's all.
I
Talk
ran
to
into
me
that,
about it.
right?
Yes.
I ran into that. I've not heard from this person. I'm calling them, texting them, nothing, emailing.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't do was send out a smoke signal, and she's not. So I was like, wait a minute. So I called her up one day. She finally answered, and I said, "Have I done something to you?"
Right. Right.
And she was not expecting that. And she was like,
Mm-mm-mm.
"Yeah, well, to be quite honest, this, and this." And I said,
Wow.
"Well, let me ask you a question. Why didn't you
Right.
tell me? I didn't know this. I didn't know this." And she says, "Honestly, I sat back and I thought about it and I overreacted. Even when you realize you overreacted, you didn't reach out.
There
You're
you
not giving
go.
me a chance. How are we friends? You didn't give me a chance
There you
to
go.
explain myself, to say sorry, you know." So
Mm-hmm.
we need to be open and honest and transparent with
Yeah.
one another. And there are friendships on different level. There are some things I may share with you that I may
Right.
not share with this person,
Right. Right.
and vice versa. There are
Right.
some things that I feel more comfortable sharing
Right.
with you because of your maturity, because of
Right.
who you are,
Right.
because of how comfortable I feel with you, because of the advice that you give, and
Yeah.
because you may not judge, right? And I
Yeah.
may not share it with the other person. So there are different levels to
Of
friendship. I
course.
do say be honest, be open, and be transparent.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Number two, I would say, is when you're friends with someone, it's got to be equal.
Mhm.
I shouldn't be coming to your house all the time.
Right.
And you should even be asking me, can I come to your house?
Mhm.
For
Like, girl, I'm coming over. What you doing?
real. And I shouldn't be the only one having the conversation and you're answering one sentence. One like yes, no, like you get interrogated. That means to me I'm only good to you for certain things.
Absolutely.
And that also means to me that you're using me. I'm trying to be the truest of true and champion this, and I'm even going
Right.
above and beyond having conversations and rah and like being
Right.
extra happy and all this extra I'm doing.
Right.
And you sit here like this glass. Like friendship has to be just on the same level. You come to me reciprocal. You come to me. Yeah, you may not text me. I'm the one to text to say, hey, you okay? I do that to everybody.
Right.
Everybody. Even my mother, she's at home. I do,
Right.
I do that to her.
Yeah.
But I'm coming from your house and you ain't text me nothing to see if I'm dead, alive,
Right.
on the side of the road.
Right.
But you'll call me for something.
Opportunists, users.
That's it. And it can't be that way. That friendship is not like that.
Mm-mm.
And I
It's not
think
supposed to
we
be.
get friendship and fiendship conflicted.
Mm-hmm.
Friendship and fiendship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A fiend does things like that.
Yes, I've had a
Always
friend.
usury.
I've had
Usury,
a
but a
friend.
friend doesn't. The FR, it has a different connotation. FRI has a different connotation, and that means reciprocal and growing with.
Have
Growing
you
with.
ever had this, Edna, where, and I'm going to make it real quick. Okay, I had a friend. She didn't know how to handle my love
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because she was so used to people using her,
Mm-hmm.
abusing her,
Mm-hmm.
betraying her,
Mm-hmm.
that when the real thing came in her life, she sabotaged it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Has
that's
nothing to do with it has nothing to do with you, and that's
no,
fine.
And
I've had that too.
I had
I've
to
had
learn
that too.
that. At first, I thought I took it personal.
Me
But then I
too.
realized
Me
it
too.
wasn't me, had nothing to do with it's her. She
Yeah.
wasn't used to
She
this.
wasn't ready.
Nah,
She
nah.
wasn't ready for friendship. Mm-mm.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
she wasn't ready, and that same thing happened with me. Is
Yeah.
I took it personal, and I had to realize she wasn't ready.
Mhm.
That's what happens when people ghost you. They're
Mhm.
not ready.
But they're not ready.
They're not ready
They're
for
not ready.
you.
Isn't
They're
that
not
something?
ready for your
You're not
friendship.
wow, you're not ready for that friendship. Wow. Isn't that something?
They're not ready. They're not ready. You know how men ghost women when they go on the first date?
Yeah,
Guess
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Positive and negative, they're not ready for you.
Right.
Not ready. They're not ready. That's the ghosting. That's what happens when you ghost. And that's what you get when you're too much
Yeah.
or even being yourself.
Right. And
They're
being
not ready for
yourself
you.
can be too much for some people.
They're not ready for you. They're not
Right.
ready. They're
Right.
not ready.
No, girl.
That's why people walk away from people at the altar. They were not ready. They're not ready.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with you. They're not ready for you. They're not in the place. They're not in the place
Absolutely.
for it. So
Absolutely.
we take too many things personal. We gotta fall back, and I posted something the other day that came to me. It's not about you. It's about the assignment. That's what they don't like. It's the
Mm-hmm.
assignment.
Mm-hmm.
All the animosity and all it's the assignment. Don't take
Mm-hmm.
it personal.
Mm-hmm.
They want to destroy the
Amen.
assignment.
Yes.
They don't want to destroy you. They want to destroy the
Right.
assignment. Remember
Absolutely.
what when Jesus was on the assignment, they didn't want to destroy Jesus. They wanted to destroy the
Right.
assignment.
Absolutely.
The assignment. He
Absolutely.
was assigned to say and do certain things. They didn't want it. They didn't
Right.
want that heard. They didn't want that message out there.
Yeah.
Remember that. Just remember, it's the assignment, ain't
Absolutely.
you? Ain't got nothing to do with
Absolutely.
you. It's the assignment.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
girl, this has been real good. So,
Yes.
audience, we're gonna say goodbye for now, but we're coming back, and you'll hear from my illustrious co-host for this month, Aretha Taylor, in just the next week. I can't stand it. It has
Right.
too much of her. So look for us soon, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.
Bye.